We know Joe Hildebrand is on Studio 10. It's on weekdays from 8:30. Network 10, same network as Jackie and I, so we thought, let's bring Joe in for a chat.
Right.
Hey,
that's
Joe.
Right. Synergy.
Synergy.
Yeah.
Good to
well.
see you guys. How are you?
Yeah,
Very
good, babe.
good. We were talking about you earlier coming in, and Jackie made the grand claim that even though you look and seem intelligent, which I also agree, you probably are an intelligent man.
we established that
It's the glasses. It's the glasses.
you're very
Glasses.
intelligent. We've established that.
Then I said you wouldn't want to walk into a pub trivia night and see Joe Hildebrand on the other team. And she said, this is where I was shocked.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, no, I would wipe the floor with
She
a
threw
Joe
down.
She threw down the gauntlet.
Yeah.
You can't take on an alcoholic nerd like that in pub trivia. I mean, what are you talking about?
Do you do pub trivia?
Yeah, and I'm a bad loser too.
So you're competitive.
I'm like the guy who just glasses, and says, it was summer of 69!
Oh my God, I had an argument too with someone who got the host had the wrong answer and I had it right. And I argued with her because that lost me the game.
Is that an instant sin bin if you talk back? Is it like in footy if you argue with the ref and suddenly that's it, you're out?
I think so, yeah. Oh, so Kyle, have you done up a pub trivia?
Yes, I have. Well, I haven't done it, but I got someone that was more neutral. Intern Pete did up the pub trivia night.
You can't trust him.
Well, I did. I get a lot of trivia nights during the week, so this is a collection of this and pubs. So these are very Sydney, very...
Yeah,
so
thank you.
It was all research,
and someone else actually fact-checked them to make sure the answers were right. Is that correct, Pete? Because we don't trust Pete.
All the other staff checked it.
So how does it work? Do we just yell out our name when we...
Well, it works like this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to early pub trivia night.
Woo!
Pretty early on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
In one corner, running the Henderson family, albeit the family's left. It's just Jackie on her own now.
Just me. Yep, that's all
Jackie
you
O
need.
on the other team, wearing the dark colours and wearing a
Star Wars t-shirt. Now, you know he's a nerd if he's wearing a Star Wars t-shirt.
That's right. That's how we roll.
Yeah.
Ask me about episode 1.
Joe Hildebrand is on that team. Here we go. You ready to see who wins?
Now, is it multiple choice? Do we yell out our name?
Yeah, is there a buzzer? Do we have to give ourselves one of those
listen,
douchey names?
I explain how it works.
sorry.
You guys don't start asking me questions.
Okay.
Yes, you give your buzzer as your name. When you know an answer, you yell out your name. Jackie, example?
Jackie.
Joe, example?
Line?
No.
Joe.
Here we go. Question number 1. Who designed the Sydney Opera House?
Jackie.
Joe.
Oh, yes, Jackie.
Jan Utzon or something.
Oh, my God, that is correct.
It's good.
This seems staged.
No, it's not. I know that answer.
Wasn't it Ken Doan?
No. He's responsible for some other artwork. Number 2. The Masked Singer is on Channel 10.
Joe.
Yes, Joe.
Correct.
No. Well, that's sort of right, but that's not the finishing of the question.
So you don't get to answer
The
now.
Masked Singer is on Channel 10. Which country did it originate from?
Jackie.
Yes, Jackie.
South Korea.
Correct. 2 to Jackie.
That was a bit unfair.
None to Joe.
That's
Number
unfair.
3. How long is the song Casey Chambers Not Pretty Enough? Is it A, 3 minutes exactly, B, 2 minutes 45, 4 minutes and 1 second, or 3 minutes and 23 seconds?
Jackie.
Jay.
Yes, Jackie.
Joe.
Who chimed in first, Pete?
I did.
It was Jackie.
Yes, Jackie.
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yep.
I'm going to say 401.
Exactly? Wrong.
Well, it's
It's
401.
not 3 minutes exactly. Joe, you'll go.
401?
No.
320, whatever
Okay,
it
you
was.
don't get more
2:45.
chances. You both got it wrong. 3 minutes and 23 seconds
That's
exactly.
only my second
You're never
guess.
going to get airplay with that.
Question number 4. What year was the movie Devil Wears Prada released? Was it 2001, 2006, or 2004?
Jackie.
Yes, Jackie.
2006.
Correct. Joe.
What sort of a pub is this?
A chick's pub by the sounds of it.
It's one of those Paddington ones. You can tell. How many followers does Kim Kardashian have? I'll give you some examples. 138 million, 148 million, or 118 million?
Joe.
Yes, Joe.
138 million.
Incorrect. Jackie, free guess for you.
148.
Correct.
Wiping the floor.
One more question to see if Joe can at least claw back one answer.
Carpet.
Crazy Eyes is a character on what Netflix show? Is it?
Jackie.
Yes, Fred. Jackie.
Orange is the New Black.
You got it. That's how she wins.
Can I just get a recount?
Okay,
You have to
yeah.
all of them were Jackie's.
Okay. Just
Now,
wanted to check.
I don't know how you're going to go when you go back in with all those ladies on Studio 10.
I think it's fair to say that the next step in my career in pub trivia will be as the host.
You'd be a good host.
Well, Ian Turpie has left some very big shoes to fill, and I'm going to fill those shoes.
How is everyone going at Studio 10, by the way?
Look, they're good. They're good. Everything's just popping along nicely. Yeah, I mean, they're all... look, that's a lie. They're all crazy. I mean, this is the thing. Right? You just go in. You don't know. Kak's just... You don't know if she's still drunk from the night before. Sarah Harris just constantly either death staring me if she's too far away to kick me.
Or showing videos of kids.
Or showing videos of, hey, check out this thing on the internet. Do you know what subtweeting is? And
what is subtweeting?
I don't know.
Wow.
She's obsessed with it.
Subtweeting.
And then she calls me every afternoon to tell me how far she's run. And then she complains about the form thotics I got her.
What's form thotics? What is that?
They're like they're things that you put in shoes that Sarah told me for about a month were giving her shin splints, and then said, actually, they're really comfortable.
Yeah, because I think at first they're not so great.
Are they like
remedial
Mandy sort of inserts that you get from the chemist?
Yeah. That's right. You guys wouldn't understand this, but at Studio 10 we have a lot of old people.
We're old too. Don't worry.
Right. So yeah, we're very big. We're very big on insoles.
Yeah, insoles.
Big on
orthopedic sandals.
Yeah,
all that
right.
shit. You love that.
Big on Denkarub.
Yeah. The whole place reeks of Denkarub.
It does.
How's your new daughter?
She is unreal. She's fantastic. We had to change her name because do you realise we would have been we were going to call her Adelaide because we were trying to think of
why Adelaide?
Because we tried to think
the
of
meth capital of Australia.
That's right. Well, and also the most white bread North Shore waspy name you could possibly come up with. Obviously,
true.
my wife's
my interior designer was called Adelaide, so that's
exactly right. Yeah, when you go to Adelaide goes to etiquette classes and she doesn't put out on the first date. So she's got some stuff going for her. But and then we realised that Carrie Bickmore called her daughter Adelaide.
Did she?
Yeah, and then Adam Goods called his daughter Adelaide. So we would have I would have been the third Channel 10 personality to call their daughter Adelaide this calendar year alone.
That's no
So at what point
did
you change it? How many days in were you?
Well, my wife said she had a dream just before the baby was born. My wife said she had a dream that the baby was called Mabel, and she wanted to call it Mabel. And I said, "Are you effing kidding?" And then she said no. And then we sort of tossed around and said, "Well, what about Maybelline? Because Chuck Berry song.
Maybe it's
she's
Maybelline.
Born with it.
Yeah,
that's right." And all that. So sort of we got to Maybelline for that. And then Bella out of Maybelline. But it turned out that our best friends, her cousin and my best friend, they actually had come over to our house, got drunk and said that they were going to call their daughter Mabel.
Well, I was going to call Kitty Mabel.
Were you really?
Yeah, but it wasn't we didn't have a joint consensus on that one.
Right.
So it was only
it is
me
it is a very divisive name.
Yeah.
And it was even more divisive when it turned out that the dream my wife thought she had was in fact her stealing her cousin's baby name
not a
from
dream.
her. That was
not a dream at all.
That was a difficult 24 hours
I bet.
at the in-laws' house.
Don't you hate
that?
Yeah.
Oh, but I love the name.
So now Mabel has
it?
disappeared. So now it's just Bella.
Bella, okay.
Which is at least a little bit less waspy.
Yeah, I like Bella. That's a nice
Bella's
name.
cute, yeah.
But anyone who knows a Bella, they're always a sweetheart. Have you noticed?
Yeah, and it's made my mechanic very happy because he's always been convinced I was Italian, but holding out on him.
Bella, he thought.
Yeah, that's right. So he's great. He's convinced I'm Italian.
What are you?
Well, I'll tell him I'm Italian. You're not going to argue with your mechanic.
No, never.
And so he goes, what'd you call it? What'd you call your baby? What's your daughter's name? I said, it's Bella. He goes, I knew it.
I knew it.
It's like
I knew you were Italian.
Has all the fighting over there settled down?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, it's hard to tell. You never know. It usually settles down by about 8:30.
Yeah, right.
But you don't know what's happening in the dressing rooms.
Anything can happen on your show, I've noticed.
Oh my God, it's just so loose.
Do you know,
I just don't understand.
I like that.
Do you remember way back though when before Ida was running the ABC and Ida was there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Ida's running the ABC now, right?
It is.
She's obviously very well deserving of it.
Very well deserved.
She was there getting bloody vegetables thrown at her one minute, running the most powerful government broadcaster the next.
A less kind person than me, Kyle, would say that having experience with vegetables is very valuable when you're running the ABC. I would not say that.
But we rang her Ida once, and she answered the phone. We rang her live, and then it was right in the middle of all that vegetable scandal that was going on.
What did they call it?
Did you pick up?
Brussels sprout gate?
Yeah, Brussels sprout
gate.
It
Yeah.
doesn't roll
Again,
off the
I would never
Sprouts
call it that.
No,
but
you
others.
would. Did you write about it?
Oh, I would never
You
write.
forbidden.
I would never comment on Brussels sprouts gate.
Were you forbidden to write about it?
I'm not sure if I was expressly forbidden, but it was just kind
It
of
was known.
Yeah.
It was just known. It was just understood that you don't mention
Don't
the
mention
sprouts.
it, right.
Yeah.
Don't mention the sprouts.
Yeah.
Which again, and I'm continuing to not
to
mention
bring-
the sprouts.
Yeah, you bring it up all
to
the
this very
time.
day.
And Ding Dong, she's still there?
Yeah, well, is she
Because
ever
I
really
thought
there?
Ding Dong Drysdale was out and they brought in the other one that looks like Ding Dong,
this
but
is
it's the same name.
That's right. I can't even keep up with the Denises on the
Yeah,
show.
many
there's
Denise
Denise
there?
Drysdale and
I
Denise
just-
Scott, right?
Yeah. It's like it's Studio 10. It's a bit like the Today FM breakfast lineup. You never quite know who's going to be on it. It's like it's Studio 10 with Joe and Sarah and Denise and the
Not
other
that- not
Denise
that-
and Cac and the other Cac if she shows up.
What happened between Kerry Ann and and Yumi? That all went away.
I think that's better now. I think we went to I think ACMA investigated
Yes.
it, and I don't know if any of you
ACMA
guys,
said that
don't know if you
no-
guys have heard of that organisation.
Oh, yeah,
but-
we've-
but
Vaguely
they said it
rings
was
a bell.
yeah, something I don't know, and they said it was all fine.
Oh, that's
So-
good.
Yeah, and then I saw that Yumi came out and said that CAC's not exonerated.
Oh my God!
CAC wasn't exonerated, just the company was.
Well, we need in that case. You know what we need?
Fueled it up again.
We need
isn't it?
Robert Mueller. We
Yeah,
need
I
we
agree.
need we need someone. We need a special counsel to get to the bottom of this. Okay, totally exonerated.
Who would be on?
Totally exonerated.
Who would be on the special counsel to sort that out? Would I be on that?
Yeah, I think it's a job.
Someone
for,
like me,
It's a
I-
job for trial by Kyle,
I
isn't
think
it?
it's a great
yes,
idea.
I think
Natural-
so.
it's a
That is a
natural fit.
great idea. Bring Kerry Ann and bring Yumi
Yumi.
in to trial by Kyle.
Oh, I'd love
Yeah.
to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
me
also
too.
really want a segment. I've been pitching this for maybe once it goes on air we can get it over the line. But I've been pitching a segment in the meetings called CAC Attack.
Oh, I love this.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you just pick someone that CAC doesn't, and you just set her off. You say,
Yes,
right, who do you want to have a go at?
She's not afraid to speak her mind.
No, that's right.
I like
but
that.
I can't get her over the line. I pitched
She
another.
won't do it because she doesn't seem like an aggressor, Kerry Ann Kennelly. She's lovely.
Oh, she's lovely. She's fantastic. That's why you got to sort of.
You got to
Yeah.
You got to get the cattle
Gotta
prod
put
out.
the
You got
fire
to just
underneath
get
that.
her fired up.
Yeah.
I had another idea for a segment called Maul the Millennial, and I wouldn't go for that either.
Who's that?
I don't know. That was me, and then I thought maybe we could refine it. Could call it like Millenicide. And it's like you get a really old, grumpy person
Yeah.
and a really young, idealistic person, and you just kind of just
Made them
cage
fight.
match. Yeah,
I
And
like
just
that.
see who wins.
You love the
I
fight.
like that. And you had our very own Meek Mitch on your show recently.
Yeah, how good is he?
Yeah.
He's great. He's my favourite millennial.
He is a millennial Meek Mitch.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
He's my least favourite millennial.
Why? Because he is
Is it-
such a millennial.
Yeah, he's too millennial for my liking.
Is that because is he the only millennial you know?
No, half of these clowns are millennials.
Oh my God! Look at them.
Me,
I
come
know.
and present yourself.
If you added them all up, they still wouldn't get to my age.
No, me neither.
Same.
There he is. Say
Morning.
Hi,
Hi,
Meek.
Meek.
You're Meek Mitch.
Hi, Mitch.
You never told me you don't like me, Kyle.
No, I didn't say I don't like you. You're just my least favourite millennial.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
like you, but I thought when Studio 10, I thought they were going to steal you. So I made a call over there and said, you get your own staff.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do a timeshare on staff.
Can't we? Can't we all have a bit of Mitch? Isn't
It's
that
like
enough?
joint custody, don't worry.
It's a Mitch mashup.
Can't just whore you out to whoever. Your job is you're my whore.
I'll never forget that, Kyle.
I don't understand what he's saying.
Next thing you know, he's going to be adopted by Angelina Jolie.
Sent to school in
So
Korea.
what's on the show today, Joe? Do you know before you go in? Are you
I
like a
have
massive
no,
prepper?
No, I have no idea whatsoever. I think part of the looseness now that I think about it is the fact that no one has any idea.
Yeah, that's
what
always
they're-
better,
what
I
they're
think.
talking about.
Yeah.
No, it's all up here, guys.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what it's like.
Yeah,
you know?
you don't
Just,
need
hey,
to prep.
Ask me anything. You know, how much does Kim Kardashian have on Instagram? Just lots.
You
You're
don't
all
know
over
that.
it.
You don't want to know that rubbish.
Then you ask CAC about the budget surplus. You know, that's your show right there.
Have you?
Now it's
Do you
time for
guys
Jono.
have big prizes to give away on that show, or is it mainly just a talking-driven show?
We
No
had-
prizes.
Do you remember we had the get your hand on a grand?
No.
Oh, no.
No one does.
What'd
we
you do?
literally-
What'd you do?
Well, it was meant to be a thing where we were giving away a grand.
Yeah.
But
Just $1,000
This was in
on
the
a
sort of-
television show.
There was but we did it. I think we did it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was in this weird sort of interregnum where the show was sort of changing. I think Ida had left and Jess had left, and then new people. And
Oh,
no one
Jess, I
really.
love Jess.
We love Jess. Jess is fantastic.
Yeah.
How did you let Jess leave?
Well, she
Who's
wanted to.
responsible for that?
You can't tie her up. I
Yeah,
mean, she
it
just
was her
walked
choice,
out.
yeah.
She had a,
So how
took
did-
off the ankle bracelet and away she went.
How were you getting your hands on the grand? What was the
Well,
concept?
Well, we didn't actually have. I think people just called in and just I think we called someone randomly
But
or something. Like the cash.
Today's show are giving away $100,000.
Yeah,
Why would you go in with 1,000?
I don't know. Look, but it was kind of like
Crazy.
It was kind of like the cash cow. If the cash cow didn't have any cash, it's just like
The broke
just
cow.
the cow.
You should have had the broke cow.
It's like a meat tray.
Yeah.
It doesn't know yet. But anyway, and we just had some, and we didn't have any props or anything for it either. And so
Oh, what a
we just had
disaster.
someone who stuck their hand over the desk. Like there was just a little hand sort of sticking up out of a cardboard box.
Oh, Brooklyn, you know those places.
They were
They're
good
on.
days.
That's the hand from down. Is that the hand from?
hole in the wall.
Yeah, it's one of those hands down at Oxford Street.
I think they call it a remedial massage.
It's
Joe's looking around, he
something
can't see
glorious about it, isn't
He's
there?
over there, Joe. You're looking in the
Oh,
wrong
there!
way.
Oh, hi! How are you? Oh my God, there's millennials everywhere.
I surround myself. Does it make me look younger?
Yeah, no, I don't. Look, and the baseball cap, you know.
I've had
got
this
it going
baseball
on.
cap my whole life. This isn't an old man's thing.
No, I'm
I've
not. I'm
always
saying
had
it's a
it.
young
You're
man's
sitting there
thing.
wearing
You
your
look
bloody
like a-
daddy Darth Vader shirt.
I know,
How
but
old are you? How old?
43.
Yeah.
You're younger
at
than
that age
Kyle.
you can't remember?
Yeah, I'm at the age I can't remember. I'm at the age where it ceases to be fun.
Yeah.
And I'm also like 43 is just a completely nothing age.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I don't think
remember
it's
that.
even divisible by anything.
No.
It's just
No, it's
a
not.
miserable.
Nothing.
All you know when you're
age.
43 is your threesome days are finished, way
Yep.
behind. Did you have any of those?
I got close a couple of
I
times,
got
but
close. You never even got one, brother.
No, I never even got one.
not got one
I
three-way away.
I could never
What
figure
do you
it out.
mean?
And
There's nothing
What do you
to
mean you
figure
couldn't
out.
figure it out?
well, I couldn't. I just didn't know how to sort of broach the subject.
You
I
don't,
didn't know
you couldn't even
how
bring
do
it
you-
up. So you weren't in the bed and couldn't figure it out. You
Oh,
never
there
even got
well,
to discuss it.
there was kind of one. Yeah.
What happened?
Well,
Tell me. Were you with your wife?
Well,
Before you
I
were.
was not. No, this is
Never
before my,
have a three-way with
no,
someone that you love, I
Never.
say.
That's exactly right. That is
Always
exactly.
just with hoes.
That's right. That goes without
I
saying.
tell Jackie this as well.
Yeah.
Or in Jackie's case, with football players.
But that's, at least they know how to work together.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But yeah, no. There was.
What happened?
There was
So
one
you
time.
thought of it? You
There was
were
one
with one
time. There was one time. Someone wanted it, and the other one.
Who wanted
didn't.
it? You or the
No,
girl?
well, of course, I wanted it.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
threesome, for Christ's sake.
So
But
your
you were with a girl?
girlfriend
You were with
or-
a girl?
No. It was just like
Friends.
after part. Yeah,
Right.
after a people. You
Were
know.
they good-looking girls or were they like nerdy
They were,
types?
they were
What-
fine.
Fine.
Why do you say nerdy types?
I'm just
It's
wondering.
what about
I'm
and they
trying to
take off the
picture it.
glasses and shake their hair?
Yeah, no, I love that. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to picture. Like I'm trying to picture.
Yeah,
You're
that-
there.
they were nice, lovely
You're
people.
nude. I've got you. You're down pat. You're quite hairy. Got a bit of a dick on you. I'm trying to picture the girls. What do they look like?
They're not. They're nice.
They're nice.
They're
Okay, so they're below standard, but they
they're
want to have
lovely.
sex.
No. They're lovely people.
Well,
Yeah,
only
they're lovely
one
people.
wanted to, I
One.
think.
Which one? What did the one that wanted?
Well,
to? What did she
there were
look
there were
like?
two times. One there were three people in the bed, and I think someone fell out accidentally,
Right.
and so that's just awkward. And you want them to be comfortable. And then there was another time where I think it came.
It came too soon. You came too soon.
Well, that
What
was
happened?
That's a different story. That's a different.
So
problem.
when you said
But-
when this one wanted one and the other one didn't,
that was
Who
that
asked
was
the
a
question?
different time. I
you
think
got the girl to ask the
I
question.
think I got the girl to ask the question.
Right. And what?
Yeah.
And did she phrase it wrong? Was it a direct shutdown?
I'm not
Was
sure.
It
No.
possible?
It was kind of like a sort of Chinese whisper. It was like it said, "Oh, I don't know, because I'm kind of with her."
I like
And she
girls.
goes, "All right, well, come on."
Yeah, also, and the girls said they'd have sex.
Yeah,
with
and they
but
go.
They wanted
and
you
then-
out, or
and
what
then she
happened?
just comes back and says, "She said no."
Oh,
Oh.
There goes your
But
shot.
I asked
That's
because I
it,
have a friend.
finished.
I have a friend who used to have them all the time,
Yeah.
and I didn't know. And I said, "But how do you do it? How do you actually introduce? How do you think?" He goes, "It's easy. You just say, now you guys kiss."
Oh,
That's
that's
right.
Kyle's
that's
trick.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. You know, you guys
That's fine.
kiss.
If only you had told me
so
that before I was 43.
How hot is it though?
I
Well, he
wouldn't
doesn't know.
I wouldn't know.
You don't know. You can only
Yeah.
imagine it.
Yeah.
At least you got a big, smart brain. You can imagine.
right, that's all
Imagine
I
the
have.
imagination. Imagine the thing you could conjure
That's
up in
right.
that brain.
That's right. Who needs threesomes when you got Twitter? You can get screwed by everybody.
Look, hopefully the girls carry in and the rest carry on this discussion when you get to the Studio 10 this morning.
Yeah, I think it's a natural fit for our audience.
I think so too.
They'll
Just by
be
having a
all
look at the
over it.
crowd in the audience, I can tell that a lot of those people haven't had three-ways either.
Oh no, they have. That's how they ended up like that.
Bit of Hills Have Eyes going on there.
That's Well, you know, tell you what, those walking frames, you know, you have to do a lot of work before the knees give out.
Studio 10, if you want to continue the chat, forget about your Facebook rubbish. Straight on TV, 8:30, Channel 10, Studio 10.
You better get a move on.
I certainly better.
You got to get into hair and makeup, no doubt.
Well,
No, have you seen him on there?
look at me, come on.
He puts a press shirt on. He's ready.
That's right. There's only so much you can improve
You're
on
so
perfection.
lucky. You're
That's
lucky.
right.
Good to see you, mate.
Thanks,
Love you
Joe.
guys.
Welcome
Good to see
anytime.
you.